What's going on there, YouTube, and welcome back to another comic book video. This is the channel where we cover different kinds of comic book stories from Marvel, DC, and even IDW as well. And we are going to continue our coverage over the Ultimate Marvel Universe. And for the past couple videos, we have been covering the Ultimatum storyline. And so in this video, we're going to cover another Ultimate Spider-Man tie-in, Ultimate Spider-Man number 130, which gives us more details on what is going on for Spider-Man and the characters around him. And so if you like today's comic book video, please leave me a like down below and also subscribe to the channel for more content to come in the near future. But I do hope you enjoy today's video. Now, getting into Ultimate Spider-Man number 130, we really focus a little bit on Aunt May here, since she was literally arrested in our last Ultimate Spider-Man video, except we pick up with her arriving at the police station and being put into an interrogation room. Now, the reason why she was arrested is because too many things have happened around Midtown High. And somehow the Parkers are connected to those situations, and does not help with the fact that Gwen Stacy just came back from the dead. And so right now the Parkers have a lot of eyes on them because of a lot of things. Now you have Detective Mary Lambeau question Aunt May on her connection to Spider-Man, because right now they believe that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and a lot of clues pointed that being a true statement. Except that is when the power goes off, and that forces Detective Mary Lambeau and her partner to go outside and see what is happening, because they are hearing a lot of screams going on at the moment. And so Detective Mary Lambeau forces Aunt May to stay where she is until they can figure out what is going on. Problem is, as time passes by, Aunt May does not hear anything and decides to leave the room, only to find the police station completely empty. And this leads her to wonder what to do. And so she goes outside, and that is when she sees the ultimatum wave has hit the area she was in, and people are trapped under a lot of different things now. Now we pick up with Spider-Man, where if you remember that in Ultimatum number 1, we saw that Spider-Man left his friends to go into the world to find out who did this, who caused the wave, and he was able to find out by Charles Xavier telling him that it was Magneto that caused the city to be flooded. Now for Spider-Man, he has no idea what to do here. Remember that Spider-Man is just a 15-year-old kid and now being thrown into something huge. But for right now, he knows that he has to help innocent people out, because that's what a hero does. And so he is just going around saving as many people as he can. Except for Spider-Man, he knows that this is going to be one of the hardest days of his life. Now getting back to Aunt May, we see her doing the same thing as her nephew is doing, just trying to help out the best she can. And honestly, she is doing a lot for someone in a very dire situation. Of course, an explosion happens, and she now sees Detective Mary Lambeau being trapped underneath some kind of debris. And so you have Aunt May run over there to help her out. Except that is when a pole is about to fall on the both of them, but stopped by no other than Spider-Woman. Now, when Spider-Woman sees Aunt May, she accidentally calls out to Aunt May, because remember that Spider-Woman is a clone of Peter Parker. The problem is, when she called out to Aunt May, Detective Mary Lambeau heard that. And so this does not help Aunt May trying to convince the police that Peter Parker is not Spider-Man. But to close this video off, we actually pick up with Kitty Pryde, Gwen Stacy, Kong, and Mary Jane, where we saw back in Ultimatum number 1 that these guys were on a train about to meet up with Johnny Storm. Except, of course, that is when the wave hit and changed their plans completely. Now you have Kitty Pryde deciding to use her powers to help people out of the train, except people do not want her help, only because she is a mutant. And right now the world still hates mutants. But after they realize that they need her help, you have everyone agree to accept her help, and she uses her powers to get everyone off the train safely. This is where you have Mary Jane begin to worry about Peter Parker, and the story shifts over to Spider-Man, where we see that Spider-Man is about to fight against the Hulk. And so in the next Ultimate Spider-Man video, we are about to see the Hulk versus Spider-Man. And this is where we are going to end today's video. And so guys, please leave me a like down below and also subscribe for more comic book stories like this in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But guys, I'm out of here, and I will see you on the next comic book video. Later, guys.